Hey guys, welcome to week 2. Now this week in week 2, we are going to be working with subtraction. Now that is the opposite to addition. So instead of moving forwards and building a bigger number, we are going to start minusing, which means taking away and making a smaller number. Now, we are still going to be using the same sort of activity this week. So we're going to do subtraction on Tuesday and Friday. So this video you can watch on Tuesday and Friday in case you forget or you're a bit confused about what you need to do. Now, we will be doing addition on Monday, but on Tuesday and Friday, we'll be doing subtraction. This is for beginning stage 1. Now, I reinforce and restate saying, if you feel confident with beginning stage 1 work, then please move on to middle stage 1, okay? I'm going to leave that up to you. If you feel comfortable, confident, and you seem to be getting your answers correct, and you seem to be finishing the work very quickly while still getting your answers correct, then I think you can move on to middle stage 1. Now, if you would like to do both activities, beginning and middle, that would be fantastic. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Now, our learning intention this week is very similar to last week. All we're doing is now we're subtracting. I am learning to subtract a single digit number from a teen number to make a number less than 10. Now, a teen number is a number between 10 and 20. It has a 1 at the front or a 10. And so a teen number is a 2-digit number. Now, the activity we're going to do this week focuses on teen numbers. If you feel comfortable enough moving on to 20s, 30s, 40s, numbers in the 50s, then you are more than welcome to. But first of all, I would like to see you subtracting a single digit number from a teen number to make a number less than 10. Once you've shown me that you can do that, that's when you can move on. I don't want to see you moving on beforehand because I need to make sure that we can achieve this learning intention. And that's what our Tuesday and our Friday lesson is, the same learning intention. Okay, now here's the activity that we're going to do this week. The example that I do today is an example of how to achieve the correct answer and also how to complete the activity. Now, a teen number always has a 1 at the front. So I would like you to go through your deck of cards, or if you are using a dice, write the number 1 and leave it there. We're going to leave it there for our 5 or 10 equations that we're going to do. The next step is I'm going to turn over 2 cards. I've turned over a 2 and a 5. Now I want to make a number less than 10. So I'm going to put my smallest number, which is 2, with my 10 number, with my 10s, which now makes a number 12. Now we know that the minus symbol, or the subtraction symbol, is this. We need to remember to always put that in because it changes. If I put in a plus sign, it changes the entire equation. So we're minusing away. 12 minus 5. Now, one thing that we learned and we practiced last week was partitioning the number. We need to partition 5. Except one thing I noticed last week was we were sometimes just partitioning our number into 2 numbers that equal this number, which was really, really well done. Except I'm trying to partition my second number into friends of 10. So, for instance, 12 minus 5, I need to partition 5 into 2 numbers that equal 5. But I'm going to partition 5 into 2 numbers, one of which has to be 12's friend of 10. Now you might be saying, how can 12 be a friend of 10? Because 12 is bigger. Well, we're going to find the number that we need to minus away or subtract to equal 10. So I'm going to put 12 in my head. Then I am going to 12 and count backwards because we're subtracting. count backwards until I reach 10. 12, 11, 10. So that's 2. So the first number that I partition 5 into is 2. Now, I need to find out what other number, what does 2 plus something equal 5? Now I'm going to count on from 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there you go. So I know that 2 and 3 equal 5, and 2 is 12's friend of 10. Now that's the first step. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to always have our 1 here because a teen number always has a 10 there, okay? In the tens, a 1 in the tens column. I've now partitioned my number, so now I know what I'm going to add on first. Or in fact, we're subtracting, so what we're taking away. Now, this was step 1. Now we're on to step 2. Step 2 is our number line. I am subtracting, which means I'm taking away, which means I am making the number smaller. So instead of moving forwards, we are going to be moving backwards, down, back along the number line. I put my biggest number on the right hand side. So our biggest number is 12. And we're working to get back to, or bridge back to 10. So you can say bridging, you can say jumping, or you can say working back to 10. Okay, but that's the first number we're going back to. I put my jump. Now, what number was the friend of 10? Was 12's friend of 10? 2 or 3? 12, 11, 10. Okay, I know it was number 2. So I'm going to put a minus 2 there. Have I finished now? No, I've minused away my 2. Fantastic. Now I need to minus away my 3. So I'm going to do another jump and put a minus 3 above it. How can I minus 10 away from 3? 10 and 3, what number's bigger? Now I know 10's bigger, so 10's going in my head, and I'm going to count backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7. So I've minus 10 away from, 3 away from 10, and I've landed on 7. So there, I've minused that away. There is your answer. And that is how I would like you to show me your working out. Because everything we do in math needs to be shown. Needs to be, I want to see and I want to be like, wow, I completely understand how you reached your answer. First step,